Hello everyone, this is Chris Wilkie with Hosskey Consulting, and today's video blog we're going to focus on how to source content when you're just running out of ideas on what to post on your social media platforms. This is a topic that comes up a lot when we meet with small business owners, and they always say, well, I'm great for about a week. I really know what I need to post. I have a structure on everything. But then after that week, they get to the point where it's, well, I'm not 100% sure what to post anymore. So after doing a little bit of research and a lot of actual experience in doing this, there's a few different ways that we suggest that you source content. The first way is sometimes you don't have to recreate your own content or create new content. You can use somebody else's to help promote the message and get your information across. This was really important when I worked for Remax of Indiana. What we wanted to do there is we wanted to provide the agents and the public with important articles about the real estate industry. And there were professional organizations that were publishing these articles on a daily basis. So what I did in order to source some of the content from that was I would actually subscribe to these email lists and receive a list of articles each day in my inbox of very important information about the real estate industry. I get everything from how to monitor short sales to how to focus on selling that house in a down market or how to winterize the house for showings. You get a lot of different things that they would provide you, and it comes straight to your inbox. So instead of having to go out and search for this great content, I was able to sift through it right in my inbox and figure out what I liked and what I didn't like. This did a few things. I was able to post links straight to those articles and have content that way and generate a bunch of shares, likes, comments, because people could have a conversation from these articles. They were conversation starter pieces. But they also provided me with a great way to look at content that people are writing and brainstorm ideas of content I could write. So why do I need to reinvent the wheel when these people are already coming up with great ideas that I can use and just write different content? So that was using it as a brainstorming and actual content. The next thing that I suggest you do is start setting up some Google alerts. This works exactly the same way as subscribing to email list or professional organizations. What you can do with this is you can set up alerts and go to google.com/alerts, I believe is the URL. And what you can do is you can set up alerts for certain keyword phrases or topics. So when I was in the real estate industry, posting on a daily basis, what I would do was I was focusing on real estate news, real estate, Remax, anything that I would want to post, I would set an alert for. And what these alerts do is they actually will send you an email notification based upon your preference. So you can be once a day, once a week, every time a new article is posted, and you can actually get the content delivered straight to your inbox. So it was a way for me to source content again. I didn't have to create it because someone else was doing it, and all I needed to do was share it on our behalf. The fourth or third way that I would suggest getting content is actually just ask your clients, prospects, leads what they're looking for. And you can use the Facebook analytics, any type of other analytics. You can use Hootsuite analytics like we do, but you can use it to see which content set the best with them. You can either ask them straight up, or you can use the data to prove which content they like better. And once you figure out what that is, you can start sourcing more of that. So if it's a lot of pictures, and we do this with the golf course that we work with, pictures work fantastically. So we like to go out and take more pictures of the golf course, people playing, more action shots, and that's what we found works really well for that customer base. Now in the real estate industry, when we were working with agents, we saw that video recordings of houses, so video tours of houses that were for sale, were very popular on their pages. It was a hard time getting the agents to do that, but once they did, they saw some really cool results because people were interested in seeing the inside of a house without actually having to go and see it. So that's the third way. Ask your clients or prospects or leads straight up what they're looking for. This will help you figure out how to source that content. The fourth, and the way that a lot of people don't think about doing, is you save your emails. Anytime a client, prospect, lead, any type of communication is given to you, and there's a question, mark those in your Gmail or your Outlook and put it in content folder. The reason I tell you to do this is it's a perfect way to answer questions for people who are looking for answers. If one person has a question about your shipping policies and you're an online retailer, you've got to think that a lot more people have the same question but just don't have the desire to email you and ask you that question. So if you were to save all of your questions that you are asked from clients or prospects or leads and start writing answers to those, you can create some really cool content that way. And this provides you a lot of content that has a purpose behind it. So when instead of answering the emails that say, what is your shipping policies, you can just direct people to your website, which actually has links back to the pages where they can purchase things. So what it does is it provides you a way to direct traffic to your site and keep it to the site because the questions are self-contained. People don't have to wait for an answer, and you're able to provide this new and fresh content that can show up in people's news feeds, Twitter feeds, or whatever else. So saving those emails and answering them as content is a great way to source some content. The last one I'm going to give you, and I know I just said the last one was the last one, but this is the final one, is actually repurposing your own content. And you're going to find that a lot with us and other people who are really skilled in the digital marketing space. Some people will write a blog post, then they'll do a video blog post over the same topic, then they'll turn that into a white paper. They'll send it out on their email list. They'll break it in parts and post it on social media. They use the same content and they repurpose it in different ways. One great person I would suggest you look at is Pat Flynn. He does the Smart Passive Income blog and the Smart Passive Income podcast. I really like the way he says to repurpose content. His story is he was the lead Green Academy exam, and what he did was he wrote a whole bunch of blog posts on how to pass this exam, and it was for architecture. And what they ended up doing was, and Pat Flynn, if you watch this, I apologize if you get the story wrong, but what he ended up doing was he ended up taking all of this content that he wrote in the blogs and turning it into an ebook and selling that ebook. He was able to make a lot of money off of doing this. It was just by repurposing content he already did. People will pay or will relook when you make it easy for them to read the content. People could have scrolled through all of his blog posts, but it would have taken time and effort. In one place with new graphics and a little bit new content, and where they can send it to other friends, it was really kind of a great use for it because people didn't have to search. Time has a value to it, and Pat Flynn was able to use that, and a lot of great bloggers or online marketers use this all the time. They resource that content, or they repurpose that content to create new products and to save them time and effort. So I hope this gives you some great tips about sourcing content, and like always, if you have any more questions, you can email us at hosskeyconsulting@gmail.com. You can like us on Facebook at Hosskey Consulting, follow us on Twitter at Hosskey, which is Hosskey, or check us out online at www.hosskey.com. We're going to do a lot of training sessions, which are called HosskeyCast, and we'd love for you to join us on some of those. So go ahead and take a look at our website and sign up for one. And if you would email us at hosskeyconsulting@gmail.com, I will actually email you a promo code to save $10 off of your next HosskeyCast. So go ahead and shoot us an email, and we look forward to meeting you in one of our casts and seeing you in the future. Thanks, and have a great day.